Yeah, so I saw one of the commentators, or one of the guys that they have on GCN, they were talking about some topic or other, and when they do that, very often they're riding their bikes. And one of the guys had his hand position where where I have mine now. And so I tried it out, and I really like it because I feel it promotes a little more relaxed riding position, at least for me. Even though this is something new for me, I'm sure a lot of cyclists are aware of holding your grips like this. And I'm thinking maybe it's making me a little bit lower because I am reaching forward a little bit more. And getting a little more aero is always a good thing. Of course, now I get right back out of this position when it comes to climbing hills. Or more specifically, when I'm going downhill, I want to make sure I'm not that far away from being able to apply the brakes, so I'll reposition my hands accordingly. But on the flats like this, I really like this position. Took a ride in a different location yesterday than this loop I normally take. And one of the things that I was trying out was keeping out of the larger chain ring unless I was really on the flats or going downhill. And I was kind of wondering if that would greatly impact my overall average miles per hour on my ride. Got no scientific basis for this because I don't know how often and how much time I spent in the smaller chain ring as opposed to the larger one, and whether or not I typically would have been in the larger one at any one point in time. So anyway, what I did discover what I did find, much to my surprise, is that I did have a pretty decent average miles per hour for me. As I said many times before, I've been riding about a year now, returned to road biking on a very entry-level road bike. In the last 2 months, I guess, my average miles per hour have gone up. I've gone up 2 miles per hour in my average speed. So generally speaking, I was right around 14.5, 14.2 miles an hour. Little by little, I creeped up to 15. Well, the last 3 rides that I've taken, I've been into the 16 mile per hour category. And yesterday's ride, even though I did decide to play around and do a little bit more riding in the lower chain ring, smaller chain ring, for 27 miles and 1,200 feet of elevation, I managed 16.5 miles an hour, 16.4, excuse me. So that kind of surprised me on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm thinking, well, you know, that makes sense. I'm not working as hard to get to speed and stay there if I'm in the lower chain ring. Plus the fact by using my head a little bit and not pushing as hard as I think I should push, I had more energy to sustain that 16 plus miles per hour average speed, which again makes sense. I mean, if you're killing yourself to do 16 miles an hour on upgrades and burning yourself out, you're not going to have anything left for the long haul, so to speak. So I guess what I'm getting at is I'm learning little things about my riding habits that are helping me improve as a rider, become stronger, go further distances, and move faster than I ever have before.